Hello everyone, welcome to Nor's Vlogs. After watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. For today's video, I'll be teaching you how to find a percentage of a number. I'll be giving you some examples for you to understand it better. So let's say we're looking for 20% of 60. So first we have to make 20% into a fraction form, and the fraction form of 20% is 1/5. At the same time, we will also convert it into a decimal form, and 20% is 0.2. So we will be using 1/5 and 0.2. We will multiply it to 60. So we have 1/5 times 60, and we can also use 60 times 0.2 or 0.2. So first, let's try 1/5 times 60, and we all know that when we multiply 5 and 60, we can cancel out numbers here. So what will happen to 5? It will become 1. What will happen to 60? Since we divide by 5, it will become 12. So that means 1 times 12, it will give you 12. For 60 times 0.2, just multiply it. So 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 6 is 12. But remember that there's one decimal place. So from here, we also move one place to the left. So that means 60 times 0.2 is equal to 12. Therefore, 20% of 60 is 12. So we just convert the percentage into a fraction form and the decimal form. Then we just use the multiplication so that we will get the percentage of the number. Next example is what if we are looking for 75% of 40. So again, we will copy 75% first, and we will convert percentage into a fraction form, and 75% is equal to 75 over 100, because percent means out of 100. So therefore, when you simplify 75 over 100, the fraction form of 75% is 3/4. And when you convert that one into a decimal form, that's 0.75. So we will use fraction and the decimal form, so we will multiply it by 40. So 3/4 times 40, and we also have 40 times 0.75. So let's try to do this first. We can cancel out 4 and 40 there. So we'll divide it by 4. What will happen to 4? It will become 1. What will happen to 40? Since we divide it by 4, it will become 10. So that means 3 times 10 is 30 divided by 1. So that's still 30. So let's try by using decimal form. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 4 is 20. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 4 is 28. Just add it. So we have 0, 0, 10, and 3. Then count the decimal place to make it a whole number. So it's 2. So from your answer, move also 2 decimal place to the left. So that means 40 times 0.75 will give you 30. Therefore, 75% of 40 is 30. Next example is what if we're looking for 80% of 90. So first, we will convert 80% into a fraction form and into a decimal form, because we will be using those in getting the percentage of a number. So we'll write here 80%, and the fraction form for 80% is 80 over 100. So when you simplify that, that's 4/5. And the decimal form of 80% is 0.8 or 0.80. That's just the same. So we will be using 4/5 and 0.8 by multiplying it to 90 to get 80% of 90. So first, let's copy here 4/5 times 90. And another way of doing that is by multiplying 90 times 0.8. So in 4/5 times 90, we can simplify it by doing cross cancellation, and we will divide it by 5. So 5 divided by 5, that will become 1. 90 divided by 5 is 18. And you multiply 4 times 18, and 4 times 18 is 72 divided by 1, so that's 72. Now let's try to check if we will get 72 for 90 times 0.8. 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 9 is 72, and there's one decimal place here, so from here we also move one decimal place to the left. That will give you 90 times 0.8 equals 72. So you see there are two different methods here, by multiplying it to its fraction form or by multiplying it to its decimal form, but still the answer is the same. So in getting 80% of 90, you can make use of fraction form, multiplying it to the fraction form of the percentage, or by multiplying it to the decimal form. So which one is easier for you, just do it. Therefore, 80% of 90 is 72. Another example is what if we're looking for 15% of 120. So just what I've said earlier, we just copy first 15% and we look for its fraction form and decimal form. For 15%, the fraction form for that is 15 over 100. So if you will simplify that, that's 3 over 20. And the decimal form for 15% is just 0.15. We just move 2 places to the left to make it 0.15. Why we are doing this? We're doing 3 over 20 and 0.15. We're doing the conversion of its fraction and decimal form because we will multiply it to 120 to just simply get the 15% of 120. So we will be using multiplication. Copy 3 over 20 times 120. So that's first technique. The other technique is you will make use of the decimal form. So 120 times 0.15. So it's okay not to copy the 0 anymore. So let's start first with 3 over 20 times 120, and we can simplify it by dividing 20. What will happen to 20 is divided by 20, so it will become 1. 120 divided by 20 is 6. So that means you just simplify by multiplying 3 and 6. So 3 times 6 is 18 divided by 1, still 18. So let's try to multiply 120 and 0.15 if we will still get 18. So 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Then just add it. So you will get 0, 0, 8, and 1. And remember, there's 2 decimal place. So from here, we move 2 decimal place to the left. So that means 120 times 0.15 is equal to 18. So you see, even if we are using fraction, or even if we are using decimal form, we will still get the same answer. So therefore, 15% of 120 is 18. There's actually a lot of ways to solve for the percentage of a number, and it's really up to you which do you think is easier to do. So that's it, guys. I do hope you learned something from this math tutorial video, and I'll see you again next time.